from Bump and Hustle. I'm sitting here with Cam Sedgwick and Lauren Herrera, who are going to talk to me about Leroy Street Theatre's production of Out at Sea at the Storefront Theatre, April 14th to 19th. Hi, guys.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Good, good.
Very good.
Oh. Thanks for having us.
No problem. I'm very happy to have you here.
Excited to be
At my
here.
dining room table.
With the dog.
It was a dog. So tell me all about it. Cam, you are the director.
I am. And I'm the one that initiated the project with Leroy Street Theatre. I guess I can tell you a little bit about them.
Yeah, that would be lovely.
Last year, we kind of all came together. Some of us had known each other from before. Some of us are complete strangers to the group. And we did a production of Romeo and Juliet.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Thank you. It went really well and got a great reaction.
Who cried.
Well, fortunately, there was more than one. Yeah, we got a few.
I like balls.
But I'm glad that you enjoyed it. Yeah.
Yeah, it was amazing. It was really good.
Yeah, I was the guy that got my neck broken.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
A parting gift.
Oh my God.
Such a good line.
Feels like a million years ago now because after that project, we really gelled as a group, and they kind of decided that was the company.
Yeah.
Was that group of people that came together for that show, and so we worked.
Crazy kids.
They were just a bunch of crazy kids at the time, and we worked on a number of projects after that. Hedda Gabler, Midsummer Nightmare.
Yes, saw that one too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was.
That was really interesting. Yeah.
It was,
yeah.
and it was an interesting change in like a traditional theatrical situation where now it's immersive theater where the audience is able to
experience it on a very different level.
Walk right into the set and be right in the crazy woods that was haunted by the two of us as Oberon and Titania.
After Midsummer Nightmare, what drew you to this? You picked this?
I picked this. They asked for. I had started thinking about it for a few months beforehand, but they asked for submissions essentially for the next season. They wanted to know what people wanted to work on, and I told them that I wanted to direct. That I directed when I was in university, and I really enjoyed doing it. And one of the projects I worked on in university was Out at Sea. Oh, yeah. So I've directed it before.
Okay.
This is my.
With dudes.
But with dudes, and it's usually with dudes. But in working with these girls and seeing how they like to change roles around and cast women, I started to think like, what other projects can I suggest to them? And Out at Sea came to my mind, and I thought I would be fascinated to see what it would like to be with women, especially because there was such talented women in this cast. And I thought, it doesn't matter what you throw at them, they'll do some amazing work.
What drew you to it in the first place beyond just thinking of why do you like it so much?
There are some practical reasons. It's a small cast and it's a shorter play, so it's not quite as much to bite off. It's not quite as huge an undertaking as Midsummer was.
And it's 45 minutes.
It's 45 minutes. We stretch it out a little bit because I think it has room to breathe at times, and we can make it more like 50. But it's not gonna. You're not gonna be checking your watch.
Feels like that's crazy.
It feels like 15.
It does.
Check the parking meter.
It does feel like 15 minutes. To me at least, like it just flies by. I know you guys get exhausted while doing it, and it looks exhausting, which I like in theater is when it looks like it's athletic and acrobatic and intense.
So neat. So the premise. I'm just gonna come over to you, Lauren. You can talk to me a little bit about who you play. Now, do the characters have names? I don't know if it's or is it just like
we do, but they're never talked about.
Okay.
It's fat, medium, and thin.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I play medium, and she's cuckoo bananas.
Okay.
But we're all little cuckoo bananas. It's essentially 3 women who've been stranded in the middle of the ocean on a raft, and we're all out of food, and we've made the decision that we're gonna eat people. So it's who are we gonna eat, fat, medium, or thin? And the kind of farcical, absurdist tornado twirling towards that decision.
That's hilarious.
Is the show.
So it's a comedy.
It is, yeah.
But I'm assuming there's very relevant kind of
It's a dark comedy.
Sort of, yeah.
Definitely. Well, it's supposed to be, although it's not absolutely integral, like the upper class, middle class, and lower class. Duking it out between one another, and it's a dark comedy.
Yeah. And this is Russian.
It's
Polish.
It's Polish.
I'm sorry.
It's Polish.
I'm looking
After
at
my own.
Yeah.
Slavomir
Mrozek. I'd say Mrozek. I think it's Mrozek because you probably know better than me.
I don't. You know what's funny? Hungarian. You'd think, but no. It's a very different. It's actually a different language base.
Yeah.
No,
it's actually a completely different language. It's almost like they're different people.
Different countries in different parts of the world.
Yes. So it was written in 1960s in Poland under the communist regime. Mrozek was actually when he was my age, a little bit younger, was writing for newspapers and was a really staunch supporter of Stalin. And he had this, he became really disillusioned by the regime as it wore on and seemed to not offer any of the, not come to fruition on any of the promises that it made.
Yeah.
And so he became a part of a community that wrote plays that were very...
political satire.
Yeah, political satire,
yeah,
exactly, which was very popular at the time.
Yeah, although probably not with the government.
No, exactly. So to us,
they weren't so keen.
To us, it's really subtle. Any suggestion about there being the difference about these people essentially being the classes and manifesting the upper middle and lower class. But I've read about people seeing Mrozek's original audiences and how when they would see these plays, they would be like almost like in frantic. They're in stitches, but like to a point that's just beyond how we normally view theater, and it's because of the experience for them is
it's magnified.
Yeah, they're seeing their own world thrown back in their face and they're laughing.
Exactly. And the thing is too, also at that time, being open about a flaw in government could also make you a dead person.
Yeah, it's impossible.
So the subtleties and the subtlety in the humor and in the poetry and in the theater of the times all across the Eastern Bloc were very, very, it's a very dry sense of humor. It's a very kind of funny
very
thing.
Dry, very dark
I love it. I love that era. I love that era.
Can't get enough.
Control me, government. I love it.
It's hilarious. It's so funny just because growing up with, my parents listening to, that's their, like the Hungarian stand-up comedians and stuff like that. It's all based on, it's all based on oppression. It's hilarious. It's so funny. No, but it's true. It is. And it's exactly that same subtlety and the sort of very intelligent kind of humor.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I think it's great. I think it's fantastic. I haven't read the play. I haven't read it.
Don't make it a surprise.
Well, so here's my cool thing. You guys are a Storefront Theatre. Yep. Which is what, Bloor and Ossington?
Yep. Bloor in Delaware.
Tell me about the area so I can pass on some information to people who build me a night. So I'm a mom. I just did, I'm a mom. You know this. I'm going to get childcare, and then I'm going to leave the house. I'm going to go get myself a play, and I'm going to get myself probably a pint or something to eat after. Where do I go?
It's a great area for
that. It's extremely TTC accessible. Just get off at Ossington Station.
Nice.
Kitty corner from Ossington Station, there is a Green Pea parking lot for those of you who are going to be driving. Nice. And then it's just a little bit west on Bloor. You'll head to Delaware. On the south side of the street is the Storefront Theatre. Very well posted, well lit. There'll be posters of Out at Sea everywhere. There's a pizza place across the street that does pizza, gelato, coffee, as well as a couple pubs down the street for your after-show pub, for sitting around talking about it if you want to grab a pint or two.
Yeah, keep going. We just got to
it's a product placement.
Don't forget the Rooster.
Oh, and there's this amazing chicken place right across the street from the theater called the Rooster that pretty much lived on when we did Hedda Gabler and like a lot of other shows that
I think Lorraine would have quit theater if it wasn't for the Rooster. She just
$5 for all the sides you could eat.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it like a sit-down place?
No, it's kind of like a deli counter. Like they've got a counter if you want to sit down, but they do great chicken. It's always totally packed.
Yeah.
Really affordable. Super good. I love it.
Manned by old Portuguese guys that just hate you for coming in.
And eating all their chicken.
I really hope they're hearing this. We love it. They hate you for being there.
They know what their service is like. There's also a really cool Ethiopian restaurant down the street called Nazareth.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple Ethiopian places down there. And a bar that used to be owned by Hurricane Carter.
Oh, really?
Called Hurricanes, yeah.
That's so cool.
And it's really affordable.
My mom actually met Hurricane Carter.
Really?
I'm not even joking. I'm not. I know it sounds. It's just weird.
It would have been a weird joke to think
No,
of.
I know. It's weird, but it's yeah. He came to speak at her place of work a long time ago. So
cool.
Yeah, and then so they.
Yeah, I didn't realize he was he was a Torontonian for a long time.
Yeah, see, that's news to me. I didn't even know that. I just know that he met my mother. So I was like, cool.
Yeah.
He just died like a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I want to know one more thing. How is it like? So you guys have worked on a bunch of different productions together, and every time you go into a new project and it's new characters and it's new roles for everybody, how does it feel? Is it easy to put on different hats, or is it sometimes hard? Is it sometimes, like aside from being putting a different role on as an actor, is it hard to all of a sudden go from actor to director, or tell me a little bit about the dynamics?
It comes with a bit of its challenges. I mean, I think even as an actor, I always had a bit of a directorial eye. I'm the kind of actor that likes to walk up to the director and be like, what about this? And fortunately, we've worked with people in the past that have been receptive to that. I don't know, there's a little bit of an element of these actors, which are, so talented and have worked with me before, looking at me and being like, sure, Cam, is that what you want us to do? You want us to rehearse? We're not going to do it. We're not going to do it the way you want me to do it.
We do it.
You do it eventually.
It's probably been the hardest for Cam, stepping into a director role, because we're all such friends and have done all these projects together, that for him to be telling us what to do, we're like, yeah, fuck you. But we do it, and it's fun, and it's great. So it's probably been the biggest transition, I'd say, for you.
It's such a small, isolated group, too. There's always been people on the periphery, and this is basically boiling it down to the really tight core of 4 or 5 of us.
Yeah, Leroy
even
tends to do huge shows, 16 people casts, that sort of thing. So this is really their first show where there's 4 characters.
Wow, that's great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 4 people. So it's a huge departure, but it's gonna look amazing.
It's my dog weighing in.
It is gonna look amazing.
He's like, 4 people, Leroy Street. What the hell?
They never do that.
Okay, Rolo. Yes, I know.
This one's
dinner time.
This one's been really interesting to step into, just because there's so much physically going on with these characters, being out in the sun for so long, being so to the point of starving, where you're going to eat human flesh, giving up hope, baking your brains. It's been a lot of layering, but it's fun. It's so much energy, but it's great. Yeah. It's nice to be exhausted when it's over.
Because you guys are literally stuck on that raft. We're going to build a raft. It's going to be about 6 by 6. The audience just completely surrounds them. There's no
cool. I was going to ask about set
staging,
design and staging and how that's going to work. I'm excited to see it, because I know you guys, I really enjoy some of the set design and the stuff that you guys have done before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Chris Predator's doing some... Predator? He's doing some amazing work for us. And yeah, so it must be exhausting. I know it's exhausting for them, because there's no spot where you can escape. There's eyes on you from every angle. You can never just turn away and just shrug and rub your nose or something like that. You've got to
or hide your laugh.
Or hide your laugh, which happens a lot because these girls are pretty damn goofy.
We must eat one of us. Watch for that moment. It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's the moment that you've decided to start laughing at the beginning of the show.
Ashley Kazabowski, what can I say? She gets me.
She's doing amazing work.
She and
Anne Van Leeuwen.
Anne Van Leeuwen,
Right. They were the Romeo and Juliet.
That's right. Yeah, they were phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, they're fantastic to work with.
Yeah, wonderful.
Yeah.
They are Leroy.
Yeah, they are. They're the Leroy girls. Watch them.
I love it. Let's talk about where we can get tickets. It's $20, and you can get them online, right? I think.
Yeah. LeroyStreetTheater.com.
Okay.
Yeah, as well as at the door. I believe for this show we might be having some kind of interact machine, so you won't have to get the fees from any place. They're give me $1.50.
Give me
for
$1.50.
this. Yeah.
Unless it's me, and I'm like.
They do MasterCard and debit, but no Visa, no frills.
Oh, okay,
I don't understand it.
Okay,
but
cool. Good to know. Well, good to know.
And
that's great. And people should be buying them online anyways, because it's going to sell out
it's going to sell out. We're only doing it for a week.
So it's on.
And tickets...
8 p.m. shows, except on Saturday and Sunday it's 2 p.m.
And 8 p.m.
And 8 p.m. Okay, good
Double
stuff.
shows.
And if money's a little tight, there's a pay what you can on Wednesday.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll take whatever.
The day
so
after
you can come and see
opening,
that
so
show.
that'd be the 15th.
Piece of lint and some gum.
Hopefully
Yeah.
more than that, but we'll see.
The other thing too is age range. I mean, what would you suggest?
You know,
the
High
subject.
school. I mean.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah.
Definitely. Yeah.
I
I mean, the subject matter is
it's just
eating people, but that being said, there's no fake blood or there's no cursing or anything like that, but we are dealing with
Mature themes.
someone's gonna get eaten.
yeah. I have
Yeah.
somebody that I've worked with that's asked if their 6-year-old can come and see it.
Probably not.
I'm like, there's one bad word, but
Oh yeah, I say that too. Never
yeah.
mind. There's some cursing.
just the one though. And I don't know. It doesn't deal with. It's no worse than like 90s Disney.
Well, I was going to also say,
Yeah.
really,
You
I
know?
mean, we live in a world where a lot of 8-year-olds are watching Walking Dead. So,
I'd say
Is
PG,
there-
and you can like
Yeah,
anybody can come
PG.
to it. Like
yeah, okay.
There's
As
really
long
the
as
one
there's someone
word,
to
but it's
put it
not
in-
that bad.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's not like I wouldn't be like, oh, so family outing, everybody, you know. But at
No,
the same
but-
time, it's kind of cool. Like if I was, you know, if I had teens, or if I wanted to take somebody who's a little bit a mature 14-year-old,
Oh, yeah.
I would absolutely take
Yeah.
them out
Yeah.
and then go for gelato afterwards.
Oh
put
yeah.
it all in
I'll take it.
context, and like it
And
can raise some discussions.
it's-
But it's really more funny than
Anyone-
it is
anyone
scary or
who's-
dark
yeah.
or anything like that.
And it's a good,
Yeah.
it's an early night too. That's the other thing
Yeah.
too that appeals to me, just because like I'm not going to be fresh past 10 o'clock. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be like, oh, I gotta time for sleep. But seriously, if I'm there at 8 o'clock and then pretty much out by 9:15, if I want to
Yep.
give praise to the director and the actors,
Yeah. And if you
know?
don't, you can ghost by 9 and be in the pub drinking a pint.
Oh, I love that. I do
Yeah.
that. I do. Or prior to.
Mhm.
No, I think it's fantastic. I'm really, really excited to see you guys. Once again, Out at Sea is at Storefront Theatre, which is 955 Bloor Street West, right at Bloor and Ossington. Catch it from April 14th to 19th at 8 p.m. $20.
$20.
Thank you, Lauren. Thank you, Kim.
You're
you go.
welcome. See you on the raft.
We'll see you on the raft. Hashtag see you on the raft.
Hashtag survival of the fittest. Hashtag raft life. Hashtag who's hungry.
I love that. For more Toronto events and geekery, visit thebumpandhustle.com.